Hello Aries and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First of all, I would like to thank for all of you who have seen my previous videos, that you watched them, liked them, shared them, especially if you subscribed. I'm truly grateful for all of those and I'm very glad that you are back. And if you're new to my channel, I'd like to give you a big welcome. I'm very glad that you found me. I hope that this reading is gonna be helpful for all of you. Today we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of November in the areas of love and relationship. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. So let's start with an angel oracle card first. The vulnerability and the freedom card popped up, which is kind of like all about that, the angels are with you. Because they want to boost your confidence, and they can kind of see that certain things have been very harsh in your life, some of the experience that you had to endure, and they want to kind of let you know that vulnerability actually gives you a chance to find strength that will bring you some kind of a freedom, and this freedom is they're really encouraging you to take this step in that direction. Your sensitivity at the end of the day is not a curse, but it is more like a gift. And you're an emotionally connected soul, so maybe some of the things that happened to you emotionally, they overwhelmed you, and that's just kind of a reminder that you are a living soul. And this card is always telling us that you should, although it's not easy to put yourself out there, but the angels are encouraging you to do so, to drop your shields, to drop your barriers, whatever you put up, because these walls are kind of preventing the world from seeing your true self, your true light. And although you're kind of trying to protect yourself, but the angels are saying that the universe is there to do that. So even if you are vulnerable and you might feel unsafe, you should just surrender and let the universe protect yourself, and not necessarily. So just let it go, put yourself out there, and let's get started. Let's see what are the other messages. So the reading for you starts with the Judgment card. The Judgment card is, first of all, it can be the card of a decision. It can be a card that you are being judged, you or your partner are being harshly judged, but it is also a wake-up call for some of you in terms of rebirth, reinventing yourself. So let's kind of dig a little bit deeper. So for example, some of you might feel that the world is judging you very harshly, because the judge can mean something like that. If you are in a relationship, maybe you and your partner are judging each other very harshly. But this is kind of like a very karmic card as well, where you're kind of getting something, whatever you deserve. And whatever you deserve is really dependent on whatever you've done in the past. So if you've been good, you're gonna be rewarded for it. But if you haven't been good, then you might have to face the outcome as well. So the judgment has this meaning. The judgment also can mean some kind of a legal process as well. So some of you might be going through a legal process. Maybe you went through a breakup, you are going through a divorce, and there's some kind of a decision that's being made, or there's some kind of decision that is coming, and generally the decision is in your favor. But let's see what are the other cards, the other energies. Your reading starts with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is the card of regret, sorrow, when you are kind of looking back in the past, whatever happened to you. This is the card of sadness, and generally can indicate that some of you went through some loss, hardship, losing a partner, breaking up with somebody, or sometimes even losing a partner forever. this card is kind of indicating that you're looking back, what went wrong, and you're kind of focusing on that. And instead of looking whatever is there, whatever opportunities are there, right? This card is always telling us that not everything has been lost. There are still opportunities that come in our way that can make us even happier than whatever happened to us. So the next we have here is the Justice. So this is the card of balance, being fair, and also the card of a decision. So again, like this is like a typical card as well. That means a decision or a legal process. So you have two of those cards that are indicating a legal process. So I think the meanings are very similar. The other one is kind of, the Judgment is kind of more like a major decision. The Justice can be in this sense that you need to kind of look at the things fairly and not necessarily from your own perspective. Just look at the situation from a fair point of view without judging the other party. But again, it is also the card of balance, so it can mean that balance is returning for you, or you're kind of trying to balance your life after whatever happened to you. Now the next card we have here is the Devil. The Devil is the card of our vices, the card of materialism, and it is also the card of feeling trapped or being in a situation where you don't see the way out. For people who are single, it might be that you are just going through one-night stands without any kind of emotional connection. For some of you, it might be that you are in a relationship where both of you are very dependent on each other, and you're kind of like dependent to the level that it's not healthy, because the Devil is a shadow card, and it can be also a card of addiction. So maybe you are with somebody, or yourself is dealing with some kind of addiction problem, and when you kind of look at it from that perspective, it kind of says that be fair and face the consequences and just make a big decision. And when you kind of look at it, the vulnerability and freedom card, like don't try to protect yourself, just be vulnerable, and you're gonna be able to set yourself free from all of those boundaries what this kind of created. Like it's kind of interesting for me, the when you look at the Devil is all about being bound and being in a situation where you don't see a way out, you don't see your freedom. But then you have the vulnerability and the freedom card, which is talking about it, that if you put yourself out there, if you're honest, you're open, honest, right? Like you have the Justice, that means that you're gonna be able to free yourself from whatever the Devil is holding you. And the Devil can be any kind of addiction. It can be alcohol, drug, sex, food, anything, like without any kind of judgment here. Like we all have a certain type of thing that we can be addicted to. Even it can be a person, a relationship. So it's in this context, when I kind of look at these three major arcanas, the Justice, the Judgment, and the Devil, I think you need to face whatever situation you're in with openness, with honesty, without judgment, and just make a decision and put yourself out there, and you're going to be able to free yourself from the situation that the Devil is representing in your life. Because the Devil always comes up when you're kind of feeling trapped in a situation. You're kind of going in circles, round and round and round, because the Devil has this very attractive aspect of him that he's able to draw you back constantly, and then and whenever it comes up, it's always telling us that there's a way out. You just make You just need to make a decision. And then here you have the Judgment, which is all about the big life-changing decision, right? Like the Judgment is a life-changing decision. You just need to be fair and open and honest, and you're going to be able to free yourself from it. Because, you know, when you kind of look at the attractiveness of the devil, I look at that body, right? Like, no wonder that he's able to pull you back, whatever your situation is. But let's see the next card. The next card you have here is the Fool. The Fool is the card of a new beginning, a new chapter in our life, where we kind of actually feel ourselves very free, because you're taking a leap of faith into a direction that is unknown for you. Right? So some of you might be starting a relationship. Some of you might be evolving a relationship to the next level. But some of you are actually taking some kind of a big step, a life-changing step here. If you're open and honest, you're going to be able to kind of free yourself. And this is kind of a weird thing, so please don't take it the wrong way. But I've never seen this, but when I kind of look at this card, this is the card when you're kind of feeling very sad, right? And I never had this epiphany with this, that this could be even somebody who's a drunk person and drunk all of the wines, and now he's kind of sad about it. So I don't know if anybody needs to hear something in terms of having alcohol addiction, but that was kind of something that just came to me, which never occurred to me with this card. But anyway, I think you need to make some kind of a decision, a step into a new direction, because the Fool is taking a leap of faith. So take the leap of faith, whatever this direction it is. And the next one we have is the Two of Wands, which is making a decision, right? Like it's a life-changing decision into a new direction. And then look at this card. He's practically at the fork of a road, because he has to make a decision, right? For this decision is different for everybody. For some of you it can be about, okay, how can I get rid of my addiction? Maybe I need to go to therapy, maybe I need to ask for help, but it's a life-changing decision. For some of you it might be that you need to make a decision between two people. Maybe you have two people that are interested and want to date you. Some of you need to make a decision whether you want to be in a relationship or you want to be single, or the other way around. It's definitely a big life-changing decision for some of you with the Judgment card and the Justice. So it's calling you to be fair, open, and honest. Now let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and and you're also able to help me to grow the channel, to make sure that more people see this message. And for you, it is only a push of a button. So please push those like and share buttons. I hope that you already did that. But I'm always very happy to read in the comment section what's going on with your life. What is this life-changing decision, new direction that you have to take? And look what you have here is the Chariot. The Chariot is the card of victory, the card of overcoming obstacles and moving forward. So I think whatever you're kind of facing here, whatever the hard decision you have, I think if you're open, honest, and you're taking that leap of faith, you're gonna be able to conquer it, because the Chariot is able to conquer all the difficulties. And the Chariot is leaving all the difficulties in the past and focusing on charging forward. Some of you might be traveling, some of you might be moving. Maybe there's a new relation that you're moving into a direction. But the Chariot has this very victorious feel to it. If you're single, I think this is a great time for you to meet somebody. And it is also a great card if you've been going through with some difficulties with your relationship, that you're going to be able to be victorious. And you know what, I just can't let go the whole kind of addiction. Even if you've been dealing with an addiction, if you're open, honest, you're taking the leap of faith, you're going to be able to conquer it, because that's what the Chariot does. Now, the next we have here is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords can indicate a person. It can be you, somebody you're dealing with, but it can be also just the energy of the card. It is also a great card for law enforcement, people who work like a judge, policeman, or lawyer. And you kind of have all of that in one row, kind of a fair decision. So if you're dealing with some kind of a legal situation, I think the judge gonna be playing a big role in this decision, whatever is gonna be, and it's gonna be a fair decision, and you're gonna be celebrating it because this is the card of victory. But again, like, you know, this is somebody who's very smart, somebody who cares about the truth and nothing but the truth. So you cannot mislead him. You need to be open, honest, and you know, it will set you free, whatever that open, honest is. I don't know. You have to kind of translate that into your life. But you know, the other kind of aspect of the King of Swords, that it can indicate a male figure, a male energy. It's kind of like this is general reading, so gender doesn't necessarily is important. But the whole point of the King of Swords, that, you know, he's very smart. He speaks his mind, and he's very chatty. But he is somebody, he might be sounding rough, because he's a little bit rough around the edges, but he's there to help you. So maybe you're gonna get an advice from this person where you need to kind of, you know, face certain things, and this person is gonna help you to take that step into the victory. And you have here the next card, which is the King of Pentacles, which is a lovely card to have, because he is, again, he can be a person or yourself or just the energy of the card, but he's all about stability. He's all about loyalty, faithfulness. He's the richest king of all, and he's able to take care of the people that he loves. So this can be an indication of a person coming into your life, or your energy, or just the energy that you're going to be able to create stability in your life. Stability is coming into your life after that sadness. It's a great indication of a long-term relationship where, you know, people are trusting each other, they're faithful to each other. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. And look at it, what you have at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups, which is the card of celebration. So I think you're going to be able to celebrate, to overcome whatever difficulty you have here. And I hope that this reading helped you. It was a pretty heavy reading, but I hope that it's somebody needs to hear this message, and I hope that this reading helped you, all of you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.